Hello everyone and welcome back. So this is a MAZI NNAMDI Kanu's court update on 21st of May 2025, which I promise you guys that I'm going to update you guys to really know exactly what took place today in the court, because before we had that court or DSS restricted some people from coming to court with their phones and their electronic gadgets, which some people have already come out to debunk the news that nothing like that happened, that no one restricted anyone from coming to court with their phones, right? But that is by the way. So Biafrans are giving Barrister Lawyer Jimako woto because of what he just updated us. Some people are saying it's like MAZI NNAMDI Kanu's case now is kind of family stuff and this and that. So let me just read that what Aloy Jimako said before we go ahead to see what happened today in the court. So Aloy Jimako posted and he said, update, cross-examination of a prosecution witness in Federal Republic of Nigeria versus MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, which commenced today, shall continue tomorrow, 22nd of May 2025. So this is the reason why people are kind of disappointed that why is he not updating us what really happened today in the court, that this is not a family business, because a lot of people are kind of worried because they really need to know exactly what is going on between MAZI NNAMDI Kanu and Nigeria government. So let's see what happened today in the court. So a federal high court sitting in Abuja has admitted an evidence, a judgment by Justice Benson Anya of Abia State High Court on the military invasion of the residents of NNAMDI Kanu, the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, in 2017. Justice James Omotoshe admitted the judgment and two others on Wednesday. Recall that Justice Anya, delivering judgment in the fundamental rights suit filed by Kanu, had declared that the invasion of Kanu's home in Umuahia, Abia State in September 2017 was illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional, and amounted to an infringement of his fundamental right to life, dignity, and fair hearing. The judgment subsequently ordered the Nigeria government to pay Kanu the sum of 1 billion naira for infringing his rights as guaranteed under the 1999 Nigeria Constitution and African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Justice Omotoshe admitted the said judgment in evidence, as well as the certified true copies of judgment in suit FHC/UM/CS 30th 2022, delivered on October 26, 2022, between NNAMDI Kanu versus Federal Republic of Nigeria and the E/20/2023 between Kanu and Federal Republic of Nigeria. He marked the three judgments as exhibit PWL, PWM, and the PWN, respectively. The judgments were tendered by the defense team during the cross-examination of the prosecution's second witness, PW2, identified as BBB. The cross-examination was conducted by Paul San. So this is exactly what happened today in the court. So it is now MAZI NNAMDI Kanu's legal team to start, tendering evidence against federal government. So today they presented the evidence of the judgment of Abia State High Court on the military invasion of the residents of MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, and as well as other two, right? So tomorrow they're going to continue according to Aloy Jimako, which means that the matter is not going to end tomorrow, my people. This is going to take a very long time, honestly, because at the end of the day, the judge is going to, deliver his own judgment, right? So this is not going to end tomorrow, and I don't think that it's going to end anytime soon. This is going to take a very long time, years. Like, this is really, really unfair. People have already come out to say that they really need to stop this trial because MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is not supposed to be tried in Nigeria. And looking at the way everything is going, it's kind of, disheartening and discouraging as well. Like, I'm so kind of not happy about everything that is happening concerning MAZI NNAMDI Kanu's matter. I don't know what you think. I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section as always. Subscribe for more updates, like the video, share it as well. So let me leave you guys to watch this particular video from our brother to hear what he have to say concerning the ongoing trial of MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. Just take a listen.
MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is in the court today with Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He can't the Kanu now. That's the same thing. He said his spirit is with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, meaning that he is with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in spirit. He is giving MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you, 150,000% support. Ibrahim Traore, the man of the time, the man of this time, let me tell you, a volcanic eruption that has taken the earth by force, especially the African continent. The political leaders, they want to annihilate the Africans. The poor Africans are suffering on daily basis. The privation of most of the infrastructural amenity, essential commodities, no food, nothing. And the political leaders, they don't want to know. All they know is stealing money, amassing wealth. Look, now the Kanu must come out. Even though what are his charges? The charges have gone. Fresh charges are coming from Asorok and from Malami on daily basis. So that now MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will not come out. Is it like that in the other world? Is it embedded or enshrined in Nigerian constitution that charges after charges, charges after charges, charges after charges? Many AGF, Attorney General of Federation of many countries, are coming today to know actually what happened. That Supreme Court has set somebody free. Tinubu administration is still holding that person, releasing Igboho, his brother. Igboho Kwane, tribal antagonism. Igboho Kwane, a regime that is what? Tribal antagonism driven. This is the current tribal antagonism driven. That is what this regime is all about. Because Tinubu doesn't want Igbo man to breathe. Fulani man that is a visitor in Nigeria doesn't want Igbo man, the owner of the land. Yoruba, Igbo, Wari, Urobo, Efik, we are the owners of the land. Fulani doesn't want us to breathe. And because of chop, certain politicians in Nigeria are collecting money from Fulani Janja weed to suppress their brothers in the southeastern, southwest, southern Nigeria. We are the one that will tell them the truth. We don't hide the truth. Truth is a remedy to wounded conscience. And we, see it as a pill that could be, taken by us on daily basis. We are taking that pill, the truth we are disseminating to the entire world. It is what is healing my mind. It's what is giving me the impetus and the dynamism to keep on talking on social media. I thank Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man has actually proven that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is right. And Very Dark Man is coming out, and he has come out. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will today be released. Yes, finally. Executive has no right over the judiciary. But in Nigeria, the executive controls the legislative, controls the judiciary. That's why it's a monkey republic. Our federalism has gone. Nigeria as a federal state is gone. We don't operate federalism here. What we are operating here is some monkey people, monkey federal state, monkey federalism, ape federalism, or cuckoo, monkey. That's why we are getting monkey result. All our results here is monkey, baboon, chimpanzee, gorilla result. Modern machinery, which is government, is going on in Nigeria. No, it is not tenable. It's not achievable. It is not obtainable or practicable in Nigeria. What we are practicing here is tribal antagonism, tribal division, tribal hostility, tribal animosity is what is going on in Nigeria. Igbo, they don't like you, Igbo. Ajus Okano, Charles Solunkudo. Hope was a member. Peter Mba from Enugu, Biakono, listen. One fleet, neighboring states, the land of the southeastern Nigeria, Anaibo. As long as you don't like Biafra, this land, Igbo land, will deny you. Igbo land will reject you. You all, I mentioned your name here. You can't do nothing. Igbo land will deny all of you. It was a prayer prayed by our elders some 2 years ago with offer. That's our tradition and culture. That anybody that turns his back on Biafra and you are an Igbo man, Igbo land will denounce you. Igbo land will curse you. Igbo land will swallow you. Igbo land will at least do justice to you. What happened to Abinadab Dotam and the other guy? When it was obvious that they were not abiding by the rules and regulations of Moses, the earth swallowed all of them. On the way to Canaan land, they keep on criticizing and protesting against Moses. Yes, The land swallowed them. It is not a history. It happened under the sun. And nothing is new today. What is obtainable, achievable, those many years, thousands of BC, is still achievable, obtainable, and possible today. The land of Igbo will swallow the enemies of the Biafrans. And I'm praising MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, Ngozi Odabueze, Simon Epanjoko, and myself, Rav Tresvant, who has been so consistent, advocating for Biafra ceaselessly, without fear. Such bold step is very, very rare in Nigeria today. I praise myself. If you don't, do. Listen and listen good. MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is going to court for the last time today.
You'll see us tomorrow.
It is against the law. It is a travesty of justice that someone was freed by court. Office of Asorok is still holding him. Office of Asorok is the one judging Nnamdi today, with masquerade as testifiers. What has masquerade has to do with the living? Don't you know what masquerade portend in Africa? Portray in African tradition is the pig's spirit in the Monday demons. Testifiers as demons. Testifiers from Malami. Testifiers from Buhari. Testifiers from Tinubu. Testifiers from Asorok. So that MAZI NNAMDI Kanu will not go free. Therefore, emancipation now it is running their stomach, and migraine headache will be their portion. See, prayer on the compound of MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is just a marriage, small thing. They would have pray in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ to end these people. Enemies of demons shall die. All of them. No need of petting them. They don't pet demons. They don't want us to breathe. They will never breathe too. Oxygen will be very, very far away from them. Enemies of demons. Warning. Now Jesus. That is my own take.
Kanu Agabi, who has Agabi served Nigeria as Attorney General of the Federation 2 times. Yes, as Attorney General of the Federation, he served Nigeria twice. You understand? So 2 of them yesterday, regard to this morning, MAZI NNAMDI Kanu appearing in the court, they went to him and they spoke with him and they discussed with him regarding to the cross-examination of what shall be concerning today, or how today is going to be, in a brief. And MAZI NNAMDI Kanu is a sharp guy, and he's a smart guy. So he has to go through it, and he has to go through some, things to know how he will present himself before the judge, James Omotosho, the chief judge, the chief judge of the matter. So as we speak now, my beloved, they are appearing in court, and was it not last week on the 14th of this very month, May, which they appeared in the court, and there was a serious cross-examination that MAZI NNAMDI Kanu legal team, cross-examine Nigerian masquerade, witnesses in the court of law under the watch of James Omotosho. And what was reigning that very day was a song, a special song of no. How do I mean by no? They say, I don't know. You don't know, but you appear to bear witness. You are appearing in the court to bear a false witness. That is what it means. You are appearing in the court to bear a witness of what you know not. That means that Nigeria has paid these guys to come and bear witness. But what they thought that they are going to bear witness of was quite different from what they were being examined about. You see, and that was why they were singing a song of no, I don't know, and I don't know. Because the thing that they came with as an allegation against MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, was a case that have been thrashed out, issues that have been thrashed out before now, under the watch of Muhammadu Buhari, the kidnapper of MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. Are you hearing me? The man that kidnapped MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, all the cases that that he leveled against MAZI NNAMDI Kanu, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu defeated Muhammadu Buhari in the same court of law here in Nigeria. So the whole issues have been trashed out unknowingly to these masqueraders that paraded in the courts. Are you hearing me? So, and today is another edition. You understand? Today is another edition. There is going to be another cross-examination, which I know as MAZI Nnamdi Kanu legal team, including MAZI Nnamdi Kanu himself, has conquered Nigeria, because with the cross-examination, with the response of those masquerade people, masqueraders in the court, that shows that they knows nothing about what I have come to do, what to witness. So on that note, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and the team, even the court, have already captured that side as what? As a winning point for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. So today in the court, we are waiting to see, we are already watching, waiting to see MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, and that information already that is very close. But they know they are not preparing for him to come into court by 10 o'clock.
Okay, but we've seen Nnamdi Kanu's legal team so angry. They say Justice Omosoto must take action as regards, the Nigerian government and, the Nigerian council, not putting the prosecution, the witness BBB, name in the list submitted to Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. They said his name was not there. Now they saw him that he is not a DSS, witness, just like he said that he intervened in Nnamdi Kanu. But he just affiliated to a law firm, according to the investigation, that he is not a witness, that he didn't intervene in Nnamdi Kanu. Should Justice Omosoto take action against this move by the federal government?
Of course. Omotosho, not even Omotosho, because Omotosho is just a person, and Omotosho must act according to the law, because Omotosho is under the law, and he must, he is acting based on the law. So let the law have its way regard to this, because anything false witness is against the law, and they themselves have lied, and these are the elements of Nigeria instrument that Nigeria have presented. And on this note, Omotosho have the right to take legal action against those elements, to pay the elements that knows nothing, that are not the DSS, that are not there when MAZI Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, that has never for one day, a kind of have any conversation, interaction with the MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, but to have the confidence and the boldness because of the money that they have collected to appear in the court to do what? To deceive the court and to deceive the judge himself. It is against the law. Can you see that now that Nigeria has violated the law of the land, a country where the judiciary is working? In this note, those witnesses, masqueraders that come for witnesses must go to bar. They must go behind bar. They must not be allowed to scoff in, because the law needs to take its place. And the law must take its place because it is necessary. Let us have respect and let us have regard to the law.
Okay,
let's add value so that we will have a little bit, respect from other bodies internationally.
Okay, but we've seen, Imapa for comment and was so angry. Said anytime Nakano wants to go to the court, 2 days or a day before that day, we've seen the Nigerian media continue to spread lies, false information about Nnamdi Kanu. Even in Abuja, we saw flyers and posters of Nnamdi Kanu, being mocked. Flyers of Nnamdi Kanu there in Abuja being mocked. Do you think that the Nigerian government are probably wanting to tarnish the image purposefully because they know who Nnamdi Kanu is?
Yes, they purposely want to tarnish his image, but it's quite unfortunate that they cannot succeed, and they are not going to succeed. Because before MAZI Nnamdi Kanu appearing in Nigeria, or appearing in the court, the world have already known whom he is before he came to Nigeria. His integrity has already stand even before Nigeria and before the constitution and before the law. You understand? So all this the illegality and the posting of his posters that is flying in the north, criticizing him or being brain behind of what has happened that lead to the death of Golak. You understand? And I ask, who is Golak to Nigeria? Because the people that even fought for the freedom of this country, they died too. one way or the other day. Even the former Attorney General of the Federation was assassinated too. Who is Gulag? Why didn't the North being wiped?
Are you not like talking as if you not look at the way it was murdered, not the person himself, the way it was murdered.
The way he was murdered. And who are the people behind the murder?
That's what I think it says in NNAMDI Kanu.
NNAMDI Kanu is the man NNAMDI Kanu that murdered him in London. Was he murdered in London or was he murdered here in Nigeria?
They say it's words of incitement.
NNAMDI Kanu incited something. That is what they are standing on. That which NNAMDI Kanu incited, was he the only person that incited such thing in Nigeria today? See why Danjuma said it. The DG, that the Director General of the DSS, make the same statement. Why are they working freely? Because those ones are not Igbophobia. Because some man saying the Kanu is an Igbo man. That is why they say, come, excuse me. Many in Nigeria have said more than that. Even they have done more than this. They have done worse. Boko Haram, Mighty Allah, Gumi and Co. Tuji Bello. And Gumi was is a negotiator of bandits, criminal terrorism in Nigeria. And federal government are not seeing him as a criminal. They are not seeing him as a terrorist. Neither are they seeing him and the group as a terrorist. But Igbophobia is playing against NNAMDI Kanu. But they are not going to succeed. That is my own. I'm telling you, with the Biafrans, we are standing on our ground. Nothing must happen to NNAMDI Kanu. And let me tell you, all those mighty Allahs or whatsoever they call themselves, that they are Fulanis, Ariwas, and whatsoever, they let them name themselves. I don't bloody care. That is saying NNAMDI Kanu must not be released. Now you be God of NNAMDI Kanu. Okay. Now you create NNAMDI Kanu. Because you are envying the Igbos, because your generation, from the onset of your generation down to upcoming generation, can never produce somebody like half of NNAMDI Kanu, not to talk of producing a whole full NNAMDI Kanu.
Okay, but yesterday we saw pictures, viral pictures of Igbo women in Abia State, in NNAMDI Kanu's compound, family compound, praying seriously for NNAMDI Kanu. What's your take as regards?
Yeah, they are praying. Women as the mothers need to pray for their son. Likewise, I have been the evangelist of Biafra. God knows I'm not just speaking fantasy. God knows that I talk. Whenever I speak about Biafra because it concerns me. And whenever I am talking about Biafra, I made mention of NNAMDI Kanu. I made mention of Simon Ekpa. I made mention of Ngozi Orabeze. And I made mention of the men, those that are sacrificing themselves to make sure that there is peace, that my brothers, my family that is in the east, they are not being killed. It will be well with them, and it shall be well with them. I am under the sun right now. Early morning sun is a blessed sun to humanity, to human life, and I'm using it to pray for them. It shall be well with them.
Okay, and lastly, we've seen Imapafu, pass a communication to the Biafrans, telling them that on the 30th of May, that everybody should come out in different, wherever you are as an Igbo, in diaspora, you should come out and protest for NNAMDI Kanu on May 30th. He said, but they should collect, permission from wherever, city they are. Do you think that you agree with this?
He said, come out to protest. But what I heard was sit at home.
No, in diaspora, abroad.
Okay, in abroad.
Yes.
Of course, you don't need to, tell those ones. Those ones already know what is at stake. They already know what is going on. And they're already doing that even before Emma Powerful. Because this Emma Powerful, well, I don't want to talk much on that. But before he starts to speak, the Biafrans in the diaspora of other side of the world are already doing campaign. Even as I speak to you, I believe you can. There is another group even in Africa now coming. Let me tell you. Do you know that Ibrahim Captain Traore of Burkina Faso now is now campaigning for the freedom of NNAMDI Kanu? And let me tell you, and it's the right-hand man when it comes to Africa with who? With Putin. Putin said, and I repeat, Putin said, I am fully solidly behind you, Ibrahim Traore. Anything you need, let me know. I am behind you, and I am behind you in any angle. Do you understand? So there is a protest already that is going on, and it will continue. Pan Africa is about to face it again, to support, to back up, to join the protest of the freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpan. Are you hearing me? So let them do the protest. But as for here in Nigeria, May 30th is our day to remember our fallen heroes and to give them the respect and the due that is required from us and that is due for them. And we will give it to them. God bless you.
Welcome to Chamber Senior